Like, what do I say to a game I think is going to be the greatest Mario Kart that's ever existed?
Well,
No,
Prime, you need to factor in the $80 price tag.
You have to.
but I didn't spend 80.
I don't care.
You still have to.
You have to. Especially when you review the game.
Why am I factoring in money I didn't spend?
Because you're brainwashing your audience. That's why.
Birdie, why are you starting stuff? You know damn well I would be watching, and I know that's directed at me. Well, I swear, these fanboys are literally giving me whiplash. They first sit there and say, okay, well, this game is against the consumer, and then this one. I am not kidding you. You will see for yourself. Just wait.
I'm brainwashing my audience. Well, look.
Okay, like I said before, brainwashing was a little strong. I will admit I was incorrectly using that term. How about influencing? Is that better for you? Now, Birdie, I'm starting to think you might like the attention that you're getting.
Anyone in the audience, if you want to throw $80 into consideration because you spent 80, I totally understand that. But I didn't. I spent 50.
Well, when it comes to a game review, it is irrelevant if you spent 50 or you got it for free, because a review is meant to give a person that's watching the review a general idea that the game is worth it for them to pay their money on. So let's say you got a review copy, which is free generally, they're not going to go get that. So if you don't include the price of what the normal price is for the game, then that's being a little disingenuous. That is not a fair review. And I know, Prime, you're not going to give a review. You already said you're not going to.
And I don't have a problem with digital games.
Neither do I. I don't think I've ever complained once about digital. Now, I do sit there and suggest to buy physical so you can get them used so the greedy corporations don't get your money.
So it doesn't bother me. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on my Switch is digital. And I get to borrow this game to my kids and my fiance anytime I want.
Well, goody for you, Primey. I'm glad that you can let them share. But if you buy a physical, you can also let them share it too. Now, I know it's not exactly the same, but I'm just throwing it out there.
So I only need one copy for the whole fam. So in the end...
Not if you all want to play online. Well, I might be wrong about that. I'm pretty certain Primey will let me know down below if I'm wrong.
This is S tier.
Primey. You literally put an overpriced game like that as S tier. Cool. Me and you are going to have some words later.
It would be very hard for this game to disappoint me. It is very hard for a game at Nintendo to spend 8 years in development and then just suck.
Okay, I know this is not a Nintendo game, but just because a game has been in development for a long time does not mean it's going to be a good game. Skull and Bones is a prime example.
But it doesn't have Pink Gold Peach, so maybe it could disappoint you.
I don't care about that. I never played with Pink Gold Peach.
How about no Diddy Kong? Doesn't that disappoint you?
I'm going S tier. I feel like it's going to hold at S tier. I will be very shocked if after I play the game, I'm like, you know what?
No, it does not belong in S tier. It belongs like right in the middle because it's overpriced.
Some reviewers are going to knock it down due to the price.
As they should, because that would be a fair review.
But then again, maybe they won't because the game blows them the fuck away because they can't stop playing the addictive Knockout Tour over.
Yeah, that is not going to sit there and justify that price. I'm sorry, Primey. No game should be at $80. I sound like a broken record, but I will stand by that. Now, if they come out and say, which if they were going to do it, they already would have done it by now. But if they would have came out and said, you get the first like booster course pack thing included when it comes out later, then I would say it's worth it. But as of right now, hell no.
So I'm going S tier. I'm sticking by my guns. Call me a little shill all you want.
I will not call you a shill. A fanboy, yes. Okay, I made a promise to some of the people that I would be a little nicer, but you ranking it this high is making it a little difficult, Primey. Me and you are going to have some words later.
Clip it. I don't give a fuck. I enjoy what I enjoy.
I have a very strong feeling you are directing this at me. I'm not the only one that makes videos of you, Primey. Well, I'm the majority of the person that does. You did say I was your number one hater, which I do not hate, Primey.
Nintendo, you can send my check over to... You know, we're all paid.
Dude, I'm gonna put like 1,000+ hours in this game.
Spice Lord, I never said that you guys all get paid by Nintendo. I said that Primey gets a commission from his links, and he already said he hasn't been doing that lately, so that defeats the purpose now.
No, I agree. S tier. This thing is hopefully going to be feature packed, and yeah, I'm excited for it.
Spice Lord, you are very disappointing me right now. Primey, you are rubbing off on him. You are a bad influence at this very moment.
S tier all the way, baby. And that's factoring in the $80 price point, which I do think is a lot to spend for a game.
Birdie, come on here. Don't be like this. Do the right thing.
No,
But
you S tiered it. You didn't consider it.
it's been considered, and I S tier it. I think the game looks amazing.
I don't believe you whatsoever, Birdie. Somehow, I have a very strong feeling you guys are directing this all at me.
I've heard nothing but glowing praise from the people who have been able, people like Stash, who have been able to go hands-on.
So, Stashy, this is all your fault. You imprinted this into their minds.
The chances of me clocking in more hours in another game by the end of the Switch 2 life cycle.
Okay, just because you can clock in hundreds of hours into a game does not make it worth it. You can look at Stardew Valley. We can all agree that that game is not at an $80 quality of level. You can clock in well over 500 hours, doesn't mean it should be $80.
Is next to zero. Not saying it's impossible. Who knows when we get the next Smash or whatever surprises might land this generation.
Super Smash Brothers is better anyways.
I'm just saying based on history,
Well, based on history, Birdie, was Mario Kart ever overpriced like this?
the likelihood is next to zero. This is going to be a game that I play for years and years to come. Get-togethers with the kids, with
For the next
friends,
man.
at parties.
I know of a lot cheaper games that are probably just as good where you can put all those hours, play with friends, family, and everything, and it will save you some money.
It's going to be endless fun. And to me, it looks like the best Mario Kart to date.
Even I can agree that it looks like it's the best Mario Kart to date, but it doesn't mean I think it's ever going to be worth $80. Unless they include the booster pack with it, it will never be $80, or booster course, I mean.
Now, you can make the argument Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, more content. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe not only it includes all the expansion software. You have to compare it to launch Mario Kart 8.
No, you don't, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was a report at the same price. So we have to sit there and compare it to that one if we're going to be fair here.
And this looks bigger and better than Mario Kart 8 in every way,
I am so disappointed in you, Birdie. I expected more out of you.
in my opinion. This is S tier.
Yeah,
Period.
it's to people that like knock it down. Oh, not as much content as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Not all of us are knocking it down because of that, Primey, but there probably are a lot of people. I'm just knocking it down because of the price.
Well, how long was Mario Kart 8 on the market for? Let's see how much content's in this game when this game's on the market for just as long. Like,
I am not looking forward to finding out how much all this DLC costs. You think I've been freaking out now? Well, you guys have seen nothing yet.
People are comparing it to two console generations of Mario Kart.
No, a bunch of us have been comparing it to the price. Now, there might be some, but I know a bunch of people are comparing it to the price.
Alright, so I actually got to play Mario Kart World early at the Nintendo Switch 2 experience. And I know everyone's really positive about it. They want it to be an S tier, but
Come on, new guy, don't disappoint me, please. Do not let them rub off on you. Be better.
being part of the podcast, I'm going to give my full thoughts on it. So I've been waiting for a new Mario Kart game for the longest time.
Well, you finally got it, so what's your point?
I think that by 2020, that's when I was like, okay, we really need a new Mario Kart now.
Everyone can agree, but we are waiting on your ranking now.
But the anticipation was massive. But after playing it, I can say that there are some great things about the game.
I have a feeling he's going to give it an S tier. I swear, if you go on this long-winded tangent and still give it an S tier, I'm going to be so pissed.
The demo just did not leave a good first impression. Because what Nintendo did is they nerfed the demo.
Even though he hasn't complained about the price, but he's complaining about the demo, I will give it to him. But listen, man, you don't need to buy into their peer pressure. It's already going to get S tier because 3 of them voted for S tier. Don't buy into the peer pressure.
Where it was only 100cc and it had smart steering forced. You couldn't turn it off. So you couldn't get the full idea of the game.
I agree. Please get to your point.
So I'll just start off with the positives first. Knockout Tour is going to be addictive and so much fun.
I agree. But you know what? I will sit there and say this one. You know, looking at you, you would not expect such a deep, loud voice coming from you. I would expect a higher pitched voice. So I am very shocked on that one.
Open world free roam looks like it could be really cool. I am a little concerned that it might be a little bit empty.
Well, it probably will, but hopefully you guys will complain enough and then Nintendo will just sit there and send an update to not make it so empty.
I wish there was a story tying everything together. Nothing fancy,
Sure.
but just
Yes, they should have sat there and included the story and voice acting. That's why I believe it's a AA game and not a AAA.
something. Like Crash Team Racing does.
Don't forget Diddy Kong Racing, how dare you.
I like how the roster has all the cool, weird, wacky characters. That's really cool.
Half of those characters no one was even asking for. That's just something but character fluff. But at least they have the greatest character in Mario history, Yoshi.
But really, it's just like, I think it's the price tag. Yeah, it sucks. Everyone's complained about it. I have nothing new to say about it.
Thank you. Thank you. At least one of you guys sit there and say it. But I swear, if you literally made me go these like next 5 minutes of reacting to you and you still give it S tier, ooh, I'm going to be mad.
We'll just have to see what happens if people buy it. We're Nintendo fans. Of course, we're going to buy it.
And that's where the problem lies.
The roster is another one. It's cool that we have all the wacky characters, but I'm assuming they're saving characters like Diddy Kong, Funky Kong for like free updates down the line. And
yeah, free. I think you're giving Nintendo way too much credit, but you never know. I could be wrong. Maybe Nintendo will do the right thing.
I'm not a fan of not having a lot of the fan favorites. I think they could have easily included every Mario Kart character.
Of course they could have. If they could do it for Mario or Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, they could have done it for this one.
But with all that being said, I'm very much still excited for it.
Okay, good. Can you please get to your ranking now?
So I'm going to put it in A tier.
Thank you, new guy. Thank you so much. You are literally the chosen one. You are meant to restore balance back to this council.
But I really, really wanted it to be in Captain N. I really wanted this to be the revolution for Mario Kart.
No, don't you do it. Don't you sit there and go back. No, you already gave it a ranking. No back takesies.
So, yeah, I played it, the Switch 2 experience. I absolutely loved it.
Dashi, don't do it. Don't you do it. I expect more out of you.
I'm not going to go into detail.
Oh, thank you so much. This video is already 11 and a half minutes long already.
A true evergreen title.
There are plenty of evergreen titles that are not $80.
They are going to continue to add new content, which I believe is why we don't have all the characters.
Well, if that's the case, Nintendo could have came out and said that there's going to be upcoming content for it. Just like I've said before, Nintendo is very bad at marketing this game.
That's why we don't have all the tracks. That's why we don't have all the information. We don't have all the battle modes. These are all things that will be drip fed to us.
And I hope it's free, but I have a very sneaky suspicion that they're going to charge you guys for it.
With Mario Kart World, it's going to be interesting seeing how they support it. And do you guys think the DLC will be paid?
Yes, I do think it will be paid. I'm pretty certain everyone think it will be paid. But you know what? I would not advise you guys to sit there and talk about paid DLC for Mario Kart World when it's already at an overpriced point when we're already angry about it being overpriced as is.
Or you think it's all going to be free updates?
We'll have to see, right? Only time will tell if that $80 price tag has...
Oh, Stashy is a smart one. He's like, oh, no, I ain't going to answer that one. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think it all just depends on how the masses react to it. We don't know how it's going to happen yet.
Really? Have you not been listening to the internet? Have you not been hearing? Primey literally did a video where he was talking about that the only thing people can talk about when it comes to Mario Kart World is the price.
Given my experience with it, how excited I am. I've said it before. Last Mario Kart came out in my 20s and now I'm in my 40s.
Come on, Stashy. Do the right thing. Don't do it. And by the way, you don't look a day over 35.
The simple math equation that I do for any video game and I do in all my reviews really is if we want to talk about price, we can. That's fine. Nobody's happy about the $80 price tag.
Damn right we're not.
$80 divided into 1,000 is 8 cents per hour for entertainment. You can't find that anywhere else.
That is completely irrelevant. It don't matter how many hours you get out of that game. Well, it does have a small part. There should be a minimum amount of hours you're going to get out of it. But still, no video game should be worth $80.
And again, that's why video games are such a great deal for entertainment to begin with. So for me, I give it an S.
I am so disappointed in you, Stashy. I expected more out of you. I take back about the 35. You don't look a day over 38 now. Well, that's it for my reaction. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me or not. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay vigilant.